Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he'd be the one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with a trace of a grin on his face if he worried he hit it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it.
My father was always fun.
He showed them how to be fair. He showed them how to be tough but fair.
He had really high standards about honesty and taking responsibility when you messed up. He didn't expect us to be perfect, but he certainly expected us to own up to our mistakes.
He's like, look, come over here. I'm going to show you how to fix the tractor. Look, come over here. I'm going to show you how to fix the hot water heater. All these things that girls weren't supposed to do. He's like, look, I'm going to show you how to do that.
Bernie Ulman was a World War II vet, an NFL referee, a Lacrosse Hall of Fame inductee, loving husband and father of 5, and the grandfather I never got to meet. I wanted to focus on him for this project because his influence stretches out so obviously into the lacrosse community, but I wanted to see how it affects my personal community, my family. My grandfather owned a sporting goods store business well known to the Baltimore area that all my family members posed for in its catalogs. And this is one of the Ulman crew necks. There's only a couple of them left, and I got the very great pleasure of having it passed down onto me. I'm gonna wear it now. I can't see. All right, we're good. Go Ulmans. It's one thing to say that you have a great mom. I think it's a completely different thing to say that your mom is also your best friend in addition to being a good mom. That's such a hard thing to do, and my mom she seems to have done it effortlessly with me. I mean, I can call her about anything. I could be bawling my eyes out, and she just knows exactly what to say. She doesn't coddle me. She doesn't, she doesn't lie. She tells me exactly what I need to hear, and she's very tough about it. I can't even explain it. She's my mom.
Don't video me listening to this.
I'm lucky enough to also call my mom my coach. She has coached me ever since I was little. I mean, lacrosse was obviously a big family sport because of my grandfather, and she always has had this unique ability to push people to their limits. She always pushed me. I never got any special treatment, but she was just an incredible motivator and teacher. Though at the end of my high school career, she decided to quit coaching to become a flight attendant. Because she had always had this dream of traveling, and it was a hard decision for her to make because she had inspired so many other people, and she knew that. But right now she flies at the Redskins and travels abroad, and every now and then I'll get to go with her. We do ref also every now and then, which really I think means a lot to her. It definitely means a lot to me, just knowing that my grandfather is looking down and probably smiling. On everyone's high school graduation, we're given a copy of a Patriot's Prayer, which is a poem that my grandfather felt very, very passionately about. Most of us have it all memorized. I keep it by my bed, and it really embodies the legacy my grandfather left and the lessons he's strived to teach the entire family. Somebody scoffed, "Oh, you'll never do that. At least no one ever has done it." But he took off his coat and he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it.
You eat and then you pass out afterwards. And
you pass out either because of booze or turkey.
Might as well get it in one bottle instead of 2, right?
Things you learn in college definitely transfer to adulthood.
This is what this documentary should be about, by the way. Mom, isn't it a little too early to be drinking?
Actually, lacrosse started the day after his funeral in my sophomore year, and maybe 2 days after his funeral, and people that I didn't even know, and his funeral was packed with people, including Pete Rozelle and Art McNally, who was the head of the NFL officials, and all these people were telling me, "I'm sure your dad will want you to keep playing." So, of course I did, but I felt like sailboat with the sails flapping around or a boat without a rudder. Like, the reason I wanted to be doing those things was to make him happy, and he wasn't there. So it was really, I struggled through it for a couple of years and didn't play my 4th year because I felt like there was no reason to do it anymore. And I just didn't have the joy in it. But when I had you, instead of having him not be there be my excuse to not live or to not be brave, having you made me want to be like him and show you how to not be afraid. I just wanted to help you find the joy and put away the fear and to be yourself and not to follow a mold, because he didn't follow a mold. He was his own thing, and people followed him because he was kind of a light. And I don't consider myself anything like that except for wanting for you to be able to be your own light.
You know, we miss him every day. So, but he's still here. Like this morning when I was cooking the turkey and I was watching the football game, he was here. That's how he touches us every time, every day.
He was a cool dude. I'm sorry you didn't know him. You would have really loved him. And he would have loved you too.
There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands who prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle right in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go do it. Just start to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it.